LDNRBS. We have another guest in the building this week. None other than the Grime pioneer. This is not just one, this is definitely a special guest. Risky Roadz. Give him a clap in the building here. Most definitely. We are here. So, where do we start with this one? Honestly, where do we start? Genuinely. This is someone that I used to watch your stuff from when I was young. My older brother showing me all of your stuff, Movement DVD, all of that.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go back to early. Cool. Who are you? Let's get to know you. So, Risky Roadz, where did it start?
Yeah, so my government name's Rooney.
Right, what? There's a lot of people in Grime. It's like, right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So the government name's Rooney.
Yeah.
And I suppose you'll see more of that this year because 32, I can't really be risky forever. You know what I mean?
Indeed. True.
Rooney's got to make an appearance, but yeah. So that's basically who I am, and I started off DJing. I was a old school garage DJ at school. Yeah, man. Yeah. I played one set in a club. Well, I'd done a few sets in clubs, but I played one that was a warm-up for EZ.
Okay.
And I had PSG and Creed on my set.
Yeah.
And from that, I said, I ain't touching decks no more. And at the time, I was working in Rhythm Division.
Yeah.
And worked with a guy called Sparky. And obviously, you were listening to radio and whatever, growing up.
Yeah.
You got there was like Jammer's Birthday Bash DVD and Lord of the Decks. Was just coming through.
The real origin.
Yeah, and then a few of the MCs come in the shop when I was working in Rhythm, and you hear their voice, and it's like, I said, Sparks, Sparks, that so and so.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I thought, if I want to know what the other lot look like that ain't on these other things that's out, we should maybe put a DVD together. I remember saying to Sparks we should do it, and he's like, I don't know nothing about it. I said, no do I, but I'll learn.
Yeah.
I went home, asked my nan to lend me the money for a camera, and the rest
Did he believe it at first too?
No, at first he was like, because I went home literally, borrowed the money, got the camera, come back in, and I designed, because my alias was Risky, it was my initials, RSK and a Y.
Yeah.
So like, that was where the whole name come from. So I was like, Risky, we're going on the roads, Risky Roadz, boom, designed up the thing, come back to Rhythm, I was like, yeah, look, Sparks, this is what we're going to do. He phoned up the people, because he knew a lot more MCs than I did from working in Rhythm.
Yeah.
And that was it. Went and got J2K and Rico first day, and then after that it all just spiraled and became what it is. Yeah.
Well, what camera did you start with when you said you?
A Handycam, Samsung. Like literally what you would take on holiday, camcorder. That was Risky Roadz 1.
Was it? What was it back then? Was it
mini DV tapes?
Oh yeah,
mini DV tapes. So that was exactly how it started. Little camcorder.
Who was actually the first person to
film?
Yeah.
It's between like A+ and like Ratty Jammer and that.
Yeah.
So like I don't know the exact two, and I wouldn't be like the right person. So it's between that, you'd have to ask them two.
Was it like a competition between you guys? I know obviously Jammer with Lord of the Mics.
Yeah, friendly competition. Yeah, like
each other.
Yeah, like I'd see A+. He was out there doing like practice hours, and he'd roll past, and he'd be like, "Oh, I just got so and so," and I'd be like, "Yeah, we just got Kane." Like, it's like nice little bits of banter and whatever, you know, like. But yeah, like without Risky Roadz, practice hours, and Lord of the Mics and decks, like there might not be the platforms that there are today, you know, like, and we definitely played our parts, and we all had different elements to it. Like Lord of the Mics was obviously the clashing and that energy of it. Practice hours was very stylistic, like who they had, and Risky Roadz was like the formats of, like we broke it down into formats, and like producers had to make beats, the freestyles, the interviews, the radio sets. It was like literally a snap of the scene at a time. Like everything I wanted to know, you saw on Risky Roadz, and me and Sparky put all that together and like kind of formatted it, and that was like, so between the three of them, you had like literally the scene.
Yeah.
You know, so
I wanted to say too, taking it back to that energy of time when you had people like, if anyone does know about Risky Roadz, which if you don't, you need to turn off that radio right now because that's disrespectful, but you had people like Getz, you had people like Wiley, Skepta, all within the same video. Wretch, my favourite UK MC. Now, take me back to that energy of the time. Did you even know what you were recording at that very moment?
It was like, as much as it was like I was recording it for others, I was a fan as well. So like for me to see everyone and like So I grew up like Pay As You Go and Nasty Crew.
Yeah.
When Pay As You Go and Nasty Crew, I might not got into grime. So like when you're doing these wily things and that, you know who Will is, you know, like you know, like, and everyone had like the energy then. It was just hunger. Everyone was hungry. Everyone wanted it. You know what I mean? Like everyone was like, yeah, like this is what we're doing, and we don't care if you like it or not. We're doing it. And I think grime's that special thing. Like when hip hop started, you never had the visuals to match when the beginnings of it was.
Yeah.
Where grime, you had me, A+, Ratty, and that Jammer from the beginning, documenting it. So it's very special because you get to see, like even now, a new fan has got the opportunity to go back and see where it started, and you'll see the difference in everybody. Like you see Tiny Temper on Risky Roadz at 14 spitting or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like 15, whatever.
So back then, when you recorded everybody, who do you reckon progressed or made the most progress, or you reckon changed? So
put him
much
right in the middle like that.
Yeah, but there's so many. But like I suppose because of that age difference, and now like Tiny was a big one because Tiny was, he wasn't like he was just a kid, you know, like and seeing him. Same with Chip, and like you've seen them now, and now the confidence levels through the roof. Like now, they're, like you know, like so. And that's where I think the DVDs and Risky Roadz played a good part as well, because in a way, all these MCs and artists was getting media trained early.
100%.
So like we like on a road level, I'm putting a camera in their face, but then when they've made it, the camera's been in their face, so they're used to it now. Like because that was the way of being seen back then. If you like good examples like Temper T. First time a lot of people see Temper T, like first time I was when I filmed him for Risky Roadz. Yeah. And then instantly he's out there. Everyone knew about Temper T. Do you know what I mean? So it played that part in bridging gaps to a lot of people where you could see your favourite artist. Like Titch says something on Risky Roadz and he was like, this is the closest a fan could get to being with the artist. And it's the truth, because we gave you like raw access into the life of the artist from early, you know.
The legendary Crazy Titch too. Now also I wanted to ask you something. Who surprised you the most when it comes to recording at the time, and you obviously are a fan of these people, but who surprised you in terms of their progression?
You know what, I'm probably the worst person to ask that, because I think like when I know someone's good, I can see their talent from early. Like if I think someone's worthy of being filmed or whatever, I know they're good, so I can see the potential in everything of somebody. But I think my biggest wow moment from when I was filming was obviously the Gets freestyle. Because when I turned up that day, I didn't expect that from him. And he just went mad, and I don't think anyone expected it. And in a kind of way, he changed the freestyling format. Risky Roadz and Gets within that one thing changed that whole freestyling to camera scenario, you know. Before that it was like 8s and 16s. He took it for 15 minutes and just went mad.
Definitely.
And he created a whole format in the DVD off the back of that. Like he said something in there, he said like MCs know the levels. That became a segment in the thing, know the levels. So that was for the MCs who had more to say than just the 16 or 32, you know. Are
you able to MC yourself? Since you've been around all these MCs,
so you got the camera just here, you got it ready for Risky.
No, you know what? I've never even tried, you know, but I've always
really.
been.
I don't believe that. No, I know you got bars.
He's
got an 8.
I'm pissed about and messing about with things or whatever, but you know, like I've always been in studio and like you give it like, say I'm in studio with Gets or whatever, and there's a line that he's trying to get. You might say something and then he's and then they take it and use it or adapt to what you've said. So over the years, I've played my part in that and link people up with tunes, like or you know, like so and so would sound sick on that, like Maniac.
You've been in the studio many times to...
Yeah, like Maniac dropped me a CD once of instrumentals, and one of the instrumentals on there was Inner the Ghetto. I gave it to Wretch and Gets, and then that came out. You know, like, so there's things in the scene that I've done that people don't even know about, you know, like Mad Stories, Krypton Conan. I've been friends with Krypton Conan for time. Spoke to them for years on the phone and that, and they needed hooks and things from something. I lined them up with a guy called Sire for a hook. I've got them a couple of beats, but I only met them when I did It Ain't Safe's video. So I spoke to Crep for like 2 years. But I never met him until we'd done It Ain't Safe, because like, so there's all things in the background that I've done over the years that you wouldn't know, but I have, you know. Like,
even so, with Risky Roadz, how did it make you feel when you see, moving on a few years, and you see the emergence of GRM Daily, SBTV, Link Up, which is clearly showing the exact same format in which Risky Roadz, I guess, one of the origin of it.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel when you see these progressions?
That's why, in a way, it makes you feel proud, you know, like, because I influence the scene. Like I said, me, Jammer, Troy, and that, we influence the scene, and without us, they might not exist. Because we played that from early, you know. It was only because YouTube came, because when we started, there weren't YouTube. There weren't no platforms like that. We had to pay to put an advert on the internet. You had to pay for bandwidth.
Different.
Are you gonna be doing any upcoming projects soon?
Yeah, I'm working. I want to do Risky Roadz 3. That's always in the back of my mind, but it's too big for me alone. Like, the idea I've got for it is too big for me alone, so I want to get that done. And this year I'm focusing hard on the channel. I ignored YouTube for way too long. Now it's like, you know what? I'm going to come through and deal with the YouTube and get the Risky Roadz thing over to the YouTube channel, but for like new talent. Like, the way I look at it, I never charged anyone anything to freestyle for Risky Roadz back in the day. Like, people offered, I'll give you this to freestyle. I was like, no, if you're good, you can come on it. And that's the same thing that I want to do with the channel. If someone's good, there's a platform for you, and I ain't charging you to upload your video and all that. If you send me a good video and your talent, then you're welcome on Risky Roadz.
Why did you ignore YouTube for that long?
I suppose it was like, when Risky Roadz was out, it was a time when, you know, you're young enough to run around, and if you don't make money, it don't matter.
Yeah.
And then YouTube came, killed the DVD market. So any kind of business that we could see happening and potential earnings was gone. But it was at a time then when in life you have to start earning. So I had to get a job, and YouTube wasn't paying anyone then, and there was no business element in it. Don't get me wrong, I still did the videos and all of them things in it. Like, I've always done Risky Roadz, but in a different way, you know. And then YouTube started to pay and the business model, but it was never my main focus. The YouTube. Yeah. I think it was that thing of, it was different to what we was doing or whatever. But now it's kind of like, it is power. It's got its power, and I know, like, I've sat back and watched, and there's not much new formats or not many things that are different from when I did it originally. Yeah. So I've come back and I've tried to add things that I think are missing. Like, and I'm in a good position because I was there from the beginning. Like that new series that I just did, Roadz. Yeah. Where I did the video for Creeper. Now that's just educating the youth into where it started. But also for for the old people, like the older people in it and the older fans, you're looking at it and think, right, that's mad. I was just seeing a video for Creeper, grew up on Creeper. Yeah. So like, there's another little thing that I wanted to do. And the Grime worldwide thing, like, it's mad to know that I've got people from all different countries that know about Risky Roadz, and they're doing Grime now. Yeah, so I'm getting freestyle sent to me from like mad countries.
Canada, and Canada's into it now.
Yeah, like I got South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Poland, Russia, Kazakhstan sent me something. Like, it's mad. And
Fire 16s in Canada.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so, like today I'm putting one out. It's from Poland. It's like, so, like, from early Risky Roadz 2, we had done a couple of American stuff, but now to know where it's gone further than that, and to be playing that role in kind of bridging the gap from their scenes to be seen in England, and they know about England, and it's mad, you know, like, and that's what I love doing. I love finding new talent. I've done it from before. Me and Sparky did it, and that's what I love doing, and that's what I want to use for the channel. Give that home to like, as well as you'll see your established artists and the friends of mine and all that, but there's also that you're gonna start seeing a lot of new faces come through the Risky Roadz channel, because without the new fans, you ain't going nowhere, you know.
Most definitely. Who of today have you seen or been around that you thought, this one's going to become another one of those Skeptors, another one of those Wileys, another one of those amount of people that you've been around?
Stormzy. From when I first met him, you had that energy of like, you know, like, cool guy, confident in what he does, delivery is mad. Yeah, he just had that factor, you know.
Thing about him.
Yeah, like. And,
any other ones you had on the
well, I spoke, like, it's mad because I was saying to you earlier off air, like, I even when I was at the time out, when I was focusing on other stuff, I always keep an ear in the scene, and there was guys that I was doing my like little internet searches and look through, and I stumbled across guys like AJ Tracy, Jams,
Definitely.
Big Zoo,
Yeah.
and like Dave. I spoke to them all like 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we need to do some works or whatever. And so to know that they're doing well now, I know my ear's still good. And there's other ones that I'm finding now. Like there's a couple guys that I've heard recent, and you think, yeah, you know what, you're gonna do. Like there's one guy, Mally Smoke, he's sick.
Okay.
There's another guy I got a freestyle from the other day, Armageddon, he's sick. Like there's a few guys, like, you know, like they're just coming through, and you just got to keep like giving platforms to these. Like a guy called Skanks I've worked with for years, he's mad talented. Like another guy, Stogie, I just put out on my YouTube, freestyle with Jammer and that. And yeah, you can just see now, like there's extra confidence in the kids because they know now that
there's a platform.
Yeah, there is a, like before you're doing it through passion. Now they know that they can make a living of it.
Yeah, you really hit on something that I definitely wanted to ask. Nowadays, just like you just said, you can really make a living. Like people were really aspiring to do that.
Yeah.
Back then, how organic was it? Because you guys really were doing it off just purely the love, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And it was a thing of we loved it, so we done it. But that's how I run my whole way through. Like even now, I do something because I love doing it. Like I said, the Creeper video, I never made nothing off of that. I paid to make that happen. Like I phoned up Danny with the idea. I was like, Dan, I want to. He said, yeah, if you want to do it, feel free. Like, so I'll do everything for the scene and to show the scene love, and that's what I think. That's why Risky Roadz has still got a good name, because it comes from that place, you know. And but yeah, there's the business side of it as well, like everything. But now kids have got that element of that extra level of confidence, because you know what, I'm gonna be the next.
Yeah.
Where for us, there wasn't the next. It was everyone was the beginning. Yeah, it was like, yo, let's try to get this. Like being signed was a big thing back then. Now no one cares about being signed. They're independent. So there's more power to yourself now than there was then. I want to make a Risky Roadz album.
I think that's needed for sure.
Yeah, I want to do the Khaled thing and exec produce. And just like, you would sound good on that with this one, and we need like say a Rude Kid or a Spyro beat for you, and I want to sit there and do that.
Is that a real prospect then? You definitely want.
Yeah, I really want to do that. Yeah, I really want to do that, and that will happen, because that's something like that's a personal goal. Yeah. Like I'm one of these. Like I'm a person where if I set myself a goal, I'll make it happen. And I'll continue until it happens, you know what I mean? So that's why Risky Roadz 3 hasn't happened yet, because I can't do it the way that I can see it in my head. And until it's how I see it in my head, it ain't coming out. And the album's one of them. And then now the channel's another focus. So between them, you're going to see a lot of stuff.
Right, so I've got one for you here. There's 3 MCs.
Yeah.
There's only one boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows where this is going. Right, so we have Wiley.
Yeah.
We have Wretch 32.
Yeah.
And we also have Bashi.
Yeah.
It was a Skepta.
Well, Skepta's is like you're quite close to Skepta, so
I'm close to all of them. Every one of them. I can't leave any of them there.
You know, we've got 4 on this. We've got 4 now. We've got Skepta, we've got Wretch, we also have Bashi, and we have, who's the other one I said?
Wiley.
Yeah. There we go. I didn't miss Wiley, just for the favour of another. But yeah, so you can only save one. 3's got to go.
I can't.
And the reason why they have to go. Now why you saving the one?
Trying to throw Risky it right in right now.
No.
You're gonna get a text on his phone like, you better save me, my G.
No, I don't know. We'd have to come together and build a bigger boat.
I hear that. So no one's even close to being saved.
No, everyone. All of us. We're all staying there together.
I hear that.
That's it.
That's real.
Yeah.
Write it out for sure. Now, also the future of Risky Roadz. Where is this heading? Where are we looking in the next few years? What's going to happen?
Like I said, I'm focusing on the channel. Like I got my brother helping me now as well. Like, so I brought my brother in. He deals with my business side of everything and my timing, because I got Grime time like everyone else. And I was early today, but that's only because he made me go.
We're thankful.
So I got my brother there. I got a radio show with another member of Risky Roadz as well, Illness. He's Chip's DJ. So he's like we're going to be running that kind of thing as well. He's dealing with that. Obviously the YouTube channel, like I said, I want to focus on that. loads of new little formats and shows and things like that I want to do. The album, I want to focus on that, and obviously Risky Roadz 3. And Risky Roadz 3 is just something I'm trying to get the right team and the right kind of, I suppose, funding in a way to make it what I see in my head. Because I want to end Risky Roadz, like the DVD series, with a trilogy. So it'll be free and finish. But the channel will carry the like, but that number 3, that's the end on a trilogy. I can't leave it at 2. Like, that's dead to the team. It needs to be a trilogy. It needs to be a trilogy. So I know what I want to do. I want it to be a bit more, I suppose, personal in a way, like a little bit first person. So you get that friendship element, like, rather than before you just saw it as interviews and freestyles. Like, I want that to be like, you can see, say, Sket ring me or Gets ring me or Kane ring me, and we organise the thing, like go and check gigs and whatever. Like, so there are things that I want to do, and a couple of ideas that I want to run through my channel, like things I'm working on at the moment, slightly different. Like I'm working on a show at the moment that I want to. You can have a bit of an exclusive.
Please do. Please
do. My nan's a big part of the scene. Like I said, a lot of people's come through and they've been around my house, and without my nan buying me the camera, who knows what would have happened, kind of vibe. And a load of them call my nan gigs, Skep, Chip, Kane.
It's the realest thing ever.
Like,
genuinely.
So I want to do a thing where I'm gonna have my nan interview them because she's close and she talks to them on a level of like, I remember when you had nothing, so don't give it like, like proper Cockney nan, like, just don't care, like says what she feels kind of vibe. And that's like one that I'm working on to make happen this year as well. So that should be interesting to sit back and watch.
Definitely. Today we were blessed with definitely one of the grime pioneers, one of the people that really started it all.
I was going to say, what's the socials for the listeners?
It's just at Risky Roadz with a Z, not the S, the Z at the end.
Definitely, most definitely. So Risky Roadz today.
Thank you very much.
Give him a clap, guys. Give him a clap for sure. And we are definitely behind anything that Risky Roadz is doing for sure. So tell them the YouTube too, just in case. The
YouTube's just at Risky Roadz. The Instagram's at Risky Roadz. The Twitter's at Risky Roadz. Facebook pages is Risky Roadz. So it's all just Risky Roadz. And then you can get everything on there. Like I said, it's constant uploads on the channel now. And if you got any new music and videos that you want out on the channel, or you want me to hear you or whatever, submissions at riskyroadz.com and send them through, and we'll go through, take a listen. If you're good, put you on the YouTube or come and get a freestyle on.
Realist. Risky Roadz, guys. Risky Roadz. Next week we've got the Grap magazine guys coming in, but LDNRBS, let's get into it.